All right, so we're just going to give this another minute here, and then we will get started. I see we have a couple more people logging on from our public.
We have a few siblings. There's Dan Donahue, Ann Donahue, and that's probably Maureen Donahue that's identified as Mo.
Okay.
Kathleen's on.
I am on.
Hi,
Dan,
Dan.
Dan, we can hear you. I heard Ann, but
I'm
Mo,
here.
we can't hear Mo.
I'm here.
So
All right.
The Donahue Mafia has arrived. Sorry,
That's all.
maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. I am going to call this public meeting of Tuesday, October 6th, 2020 to order. Can I get an adoption of the public meeting minutes from Tuesday, September 1st, please? Moved by Tim. Any errors or omissions in those minutes? Seeing none, all in favor? Thank you. Merv, can I get you to turn your video on?
There, that's what's wrong.
Thank you, sir. All right. And today we are assembled for a minor variance. The applicant would increase the size of the existing boathouse from 20.50 times 20.50 feet for 420.25 square feet to 23 feet by 34 feet for 782 square feet. The proposed is also going from a 1-story to 2 stories for a total of 1,564 square feet, as the current boathouse is too small to fit a pontoon boat. Also, they will be increasing the boathouse height from 3.35 meters to 6.7 meters. The boathouse will sit on the same original footprint on the property. The property is located at Part Lot 21, Concession 13 in the geographic township of Sebastopol, municipally known as 131 Beulah Road. Is there any declaration of interest?
Is that me?
None. Clerk's
Yes.
reports on notices. Dana, you.
I have questions about the bylaw.
Oh, sorry, Kathleen, I will get to you.
Okay,
Declaration of interest is if any of council has an
okay.
interest in this property.
Oh, understood.
Sorry about that. All right, Dana, you're off mute now. So clerk's reports on notices, please.
So the notice of the meeting was mailed to the abutting landowners within 60 meters of the property. It was mailed to the appropriate agencies and posted.
Thank you. Reading of any written comments.
There wasn't any.
Thank you. Now, pardon me? All right. Presentation by those in support of the bylaw.
So I just have a recommendation. I spoke to Mark Schroeder today, our CBO. So Mark supports the minor variance as it is a reconstruction of the existing building, and therefore it's not a new development. However, it is increasing the size of the building, so therefore it does require the minor variance. And due to the proposed height and location near the water, Mark is recommending approving the minor variance upon the condition that an assessment and a mitigation report prepared by an engineer be submitted with the building permit application.
Thank you, Dana. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Any other presentation by those in support of the bylaw? Presentation by those opposed to the bylaw?
That would be Kathleen Donahue.
That would be, you go ahead, Kathleen.
All right, now, to set the history, the Donahue family built their cottage 70 years ago. So we have been neighbors with the Wilcoxes for 70 years, and it's been just fine. We understand the need to upgrade these boathouses. Theirs is probably as old, if not older than ours. And so there's no problem with renovating the boathouse, but I'm concerned about the size of the boathouse because we're going to go from something that's about 420 square feet on the ground level to 782. So I'm not sure what constitutes a minor variance, but this to me seems to be a large increase in the square footage I appreciate they want to store a pontoon boat, but I'm concerned about the size of this. And of more concern to me is the second story, because the lake, I
That's
believe,
not the
is
lady
at,
that walks, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
I'm sorry. Could anybody not speaking, could you mute your microphone, please? I am getting feedback from other people's homes, if you don't mind. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Mo.
Dan.
All right, Kathleen, carry on.
All right, so I'm concerned about the increase in the base size of the ground floor, which is the boathouse. And I'm more concerned about the addition of a second story. I'm told that the lake is at capacity for building around the lake, and that what we're afraid of is there might be a precedent set for future development of two-story structures that are very close to the water, as this one is, but this one has been there for 70 years. So we're trying to figure out what is the purpose of a second story, because the drawings show a very nice structure with glass walls and deck, etc. I don't believe you're allowed to have a habitation in a boathouse. No cooking areas, no sanitary facilities. So we're not quite sure what the purpose of the second story is. And that then would double the total structure from the beginning structure of 420 to something that's over 1,564 square feet. So that's an enormous increase in the square footage of the structure. Those basically are my concerns about it. We're increasing the base boathouse by 86%, and we're increasing the overall structure of a second story goes on by 3 times what it is now. And we're concerned that it might set a precedent for future development by landowners along the shoreline of structures such as this.
Thank you very much for your comments. Perhaps I'll ask the proponent, Leah, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. I think the first question is why the 2 stories?
It's just merely because the size of the pontoon boat will take up the first story. The second is for storage only. There will be no kitchen. There will be no bathroom or anything like that in it. And it will actually be smaller than the structure of the boathouse neighboring ours.
Okay, thank you for that. Are there any other presentations opposed to the bylaw? Okay, and presentation by applicant or agent. Leah, did you have anything else that you wanted to say?
Nope, that's it.
That's it? Okay, thank you. So now I'm going to open it up for comments and questions from council. Yes, Jack, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to picture the property. Currently, right now, does the township road run behind the current boathouse now, Leah, or?
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
Yes.
behind it.
run
Fuel
behind it?
runs-
Are you going to be, how close are you going to be coming to the township road?
We won't be as close as the one immediately beside it.
Okay,
Yeah, so Bulow divides their cottages from the boathouses and the lake.
yeah, and I know that Beetle Road, so I'm just concerned about, yeah.
Yeah, Jack,
Because
we'd like to add 12 feet to it. So it's 20 and a half feet long right now. We're only looking to take it up to 32 feet.
34.
Oh, sorry, 34. But we're right now, the boathouse, I'm just taking a rough estimate off the top of my head. I think is about close to 40 feet away from the road.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
I
there's
didn't know.
plenty.
Yeah.
Okay, any other comments from council? I agree with Kathleen. I think the picture that the Puzzulis has sent us with the glass walls and everything is beautiful. Dana, did the County of Renfrew have any concerns?
No, the county was not consulted.
Okay, just because Lake Clear is designated in the county official plan. So I want to make sure that we're not in contravention of that to begin with. And if they are prohibited from having cooking and obviously washroom in a boathouse, and this isn't going to be used for a bunkie, for lack of a better term, did any of council have an objection to this? Sort of gonna pull, yes, Brent, go ahead.
I don't have an objection to it, but no, I think Mark's suggestions make sense, especially it's going off the existing foundation. It's a reconstruction. It's not a new development. So it's going off the existing foundation, and Mark's suggestions make sense to move forward. And no, I don't object to it. I support it.
Okay.
Is it,
Oh,
may I ask a
Dana.
question?
Yes,
don't-
Kathleen, go ahead.
I thought there were height restrictions on structures that were being built, boathouses, etc., accessory properties or whatever. I'm not an expert in municipal law, but the height of this is also quite significant. Does anybody
Dana,
on council know what the height is?
Did Mark give you any indication of height requirements?
No, he did not.
Jen, if I can interrupt, the roof line of that boathouse is lower than our neighbor's boathouse roof,
But
which is a farm style. It's a barn style roof, our neighbors, and this will actually be lower on a sleeker slant. So technically, their boathouse is a lot taller than what this will be.
Okay. Any other comments from council? Yes, Tim, go ahead.
I think as long as it falls within Mark's approval, and if the county has no objection and there's nothing in our zoning bylaw to prohibit this, I have no choice but to give it my blessing.
Thank you for that. Merv, did you have any comments?
No, I'm just concerned about the height. As long as it stays with its intended use today. But as we know, I think there's some boathouses around the lake that all of a sudden the top turned into a bunkie. And I wouldn't want to see that to happen. If it's used for storage, fine. I've got no objection.
Okay. Jack, did you have anything further?
No, it's like as long as just agreeing with Merv, if it's used for storage and it is what it is, long as it's not going to be used for an additional residence or any water facilities added to it. That's all.
Okay, well, I really appreciate all your comments, everyone. Dana, thank you for getting the building official to give you an indication of just so that council is more prepared. And if it does fit into the building code and the official plan, then I think we've heard from council that this can move forward with Mark's recommendations, please. If you could let the proponents know his comments.
Yeah, I'll include all the recommendations by Mark and council in the minutes as well.
All right, thank you for that.
May I ask one more question?
Sure,
When you-
Kathleen, go
when
ahead.
you refer to official plan, are you talking about the Renfrew County official plan?
Yes, I am.
Because it had very specific details on height restrictions for this kind of, can that be checked before this is approved?
I have no doubt that our staff can check that, but I'm not familiar with the height requirements in the official plan.
I know that the building that the family is referring to, the building that is between the Wilcox property and the Donahue property, is very high. And I don't know how that got through, but it's been there for probably 20 plus years. So it's not a conforming, It doesn't conform to what the plan is now. Should not structures that are being built now conform to what is now the county plan?
Well, if the county didn't indicate to Dana that there were issues they would have a copy of this,
Yes.
and they would be the ones that would say, no, 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 you can't do that. Yes, Annette, go ahead.
I just wanted to reiterate that it's minor variance, not zoning bylaw amendment. So the county was not consulted, that it did just go to Mark. But I would also say that, yes, the official plan would be double checked, and that could also be dealt with. Like, just because we approved the minor variance for the structure to be built, it would still need a building permit. So if the height requirements, if that didn't work in the application for the building permit, that could still be amended through that process as well.
Okay, thank you. I misunderstood Dana at the beginning of this. My apologies. All right, if there's nothing further, thank you, everybody, and we will have those items checked, and I'm sure Mark will make sure that everything conforms to our to the rules of engagement. All right.
Thank you.
I hope that all of our guests are staying safe. It's nice to sort of see people, but especially you, Kathleen, being in Toronto in the super saturation zone, you stay.
We are so careful. We're like hermits.
My dad said the same thing yesterday.
Yeah. Walking in ravines and cemeteries. But it's better than nothing.
It is better than nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you. Council, you have to log out and log back in with the third meeting code in the email, okay?